welcome back to day 5 of Vlogmas. Yes, my finger is feeling slightly better. Thank you for asking. I must have stabbed it on alfalfa. That is the only thing that I can think of that I did to myself. Maybe that's why the sheep don't like eating it. Just saying. Just saying. Well, today is super overcast outside. It looks like it's much earlier than what it actually is, so it's totally throwing me off. You know I'm not a morning person, but we've been productive already today in preparation for going into work again, because tonight we have our community Christmas tree lighting, which should be a blast, except that it's supposed to be super windy, and so I am going to freeze my butt off, but that's okay. But let me show you what I was working on. So you remember 2 days ago, I didn't get much done on my Advent knitting. So yesterday I was like, I've got to bust a move. We've got to get some stuff done. And so I did a couple rows this morning, but most of this was done last night. Here is, I'm looking up here, I'm like, where is it? That's where I left off last time. And then I did pretty much all of this, except for like a couple rows down here and a couple rows up here. Last night, I was so excited because I was getting close to the end of this section. And I was like, I think at the end of this section is where I can switch over to the new color. Where did my ball of yarn go? I had it right here 2 seconds ago. Oh, there it is. It fell down. And when I got to the end of the row, or the end of this section, that's how much yarn I had left. So I'm like, perfect place to break it and start a new color. So I pulled out day two's color and started working, and then just got so obsessed with the color that I had to keep going. And so I did have trouble this morning. I had to go back and redo a row a few times because the numbers just weren't adding up. It turns out it was user error, but yeah, I had somehow, when I was knitting, I went to purl, but I didn't catch the stitch all the way. And so I ended up with a yarn over and a slip stitch, and it took me forever to figure out where it was and whatever, but we've gotten this far. It's also been really tough because every single row is completely written out and there's no repeats. So it's not even like, here's 10 stitches. Now repeat those 10 stitches. It's all written out. And because of the way the pattern is, it's mirrored. So you knit the pattern this way and then it reverses and you knit it the other way. And so it is taking forever. But we've got this fun little lace section that's going on. In the picture, this is about as far as I can see where the color changes go. Because I feel like in the picture, it's coming up close to having a change to the next color. But it's hard to tell. And so I balled mine up last night because I was too lazy to go upstairs and use the caker, the pawl winder. I don't know what you would call it, right? So I just did it by hand. And so, again, that's where I left off on the other one. So I don't know how many more rows this will get before I need to switch over to day 3 color, which is the brown, I think, coming up next. So, I don't know. I'm really excited. I feel a little bit bad because I'm neglecting my crochet, and I do have a commission that I've been working on, so I need to get that finished. But I really like this, and I want to keep going on it. So, that's the project so far. Let's go ahead and set that to the side. And then we'll go ahead and dive into our Advent colors for today. So let's start with Naughty Pine. This was the color for yesterday, day 4, which, hold on. Okay, here it is. That is like almost identical. That is almost identical in color. That's a little disappointing. What is it with the Advents this year? This is upsetting. Maybe I need to make my own Advent and then just open it myself. But that is almost identical. So let's go ahead and see what day 5 brings and see if we like it. All right, so open the sticker. The color is Livin' on Love. If you had a guess as to what color Livin' on Love would be, considering that, let me grab the other one. this is day 3, boot scootin', okay? And actually, when you go on and you look at the colors that they're posting online, this does not look like the color they post online. Like, it's the one they posted is obviously brown, but it's a lot more tonal than the one that I'm holding. So this is boot scootin'. Mama tried. Down in the comments, tell me what color you think Livin' on Love is. Are you ready for it? There's at least a difference. This has a little bit more of like pinky tones in it. Not sure if I'm super happy. Okay. Okay. We're going to set that aside. All right. Day 5. I've already done the little thing on the back, and I noticed this is heavy, so I was like, what is in here? It is Moon Glow Magpie nail polish, which on the downside, I can't paint my fingernails because when I'm in costume at work, you can't have painted fingernails. But I could probably do my toes. Oh, that's fun. I can't get it open. It is sparkly and it is gold. I might be able to put this on my fingers. Might not be able to tell in the dark that I have gold, shiny fingers. I don't know. We might give that a try. So, nail polish for day 5. Sorry, my alarm clock went off. I have no idea what time it is at this point. It's fine. By the way, this is not out of left field. I feel like they have a line of yarn that matches a line of nail polish. So I wonder if our next box is going to be yarn that matches the nail polish. It's hard to tell. It doesn't jiggle. That was day 6. Okay, so put day 5 back. Then day 5, a fiber fox. Fingers crossed, guys. Fingers crossed. I think I see a little more color through the package. It looks a little pinker today. I feel like I'm fishing when I hold this up. It's my catch. Yeah. All right, let's go ahead and slip her on. Oh gosh. Pop that through here. Yeah. I'll have to show you in some natural light when we actually get some natural light. There is a mild fade to it, but in my mind, there's a difference between a fade and an ombre. I'm gonna see if I can find some pictures that like explain my thinking. To me, a fade, you have a color, and then the next color is related, maybe slightly different in saturation, maybe you've added or subtracted colors, but the colors aren't the same, but they flow into each other, right? Whereas an ombre starts as a light or a dark, and then working in the same shade progresses to the other end of the spectrum. Like I said, I'm gonna see if I can find some examples of what's in my head, because to me, This is not making a fade. It's an ombre, which is totally different, in my humble opinion. Moving on. So this is our First Day of Plies and Hellhounds from the Heritage Wool Box. And theirs is going to start with Ramble. So like I said, I don't know Plies and Hellhounds. I feel like I've seen them on Instagram before, and I love their name. Ramble. I can't even tell what color this is. It's kind of like a pinky taupe. Very neutral. So let's go ahead and grab and see what it looks like next to yesterday's. All right, I think I'm doing this from the right direction. Pop it on. All right, so that's what that looks like. Continuation of pretty colors. Again, not necessarily what I would maybe pick out, but it does look nice, and at least they're different colors. You know how that is. Although I'm a little disappointed that somebody with the name of Plies and Hellhounds, this is the color they kick off with. I'm just being judgy. It's fine. I have trash in my trash pile. And then our last one is our beloved Hue Loco Botanical Fade, and today's color is Flax. Ooh. So again, we're going with neutrals. But again, it's... Guys, I'm not even kidding. Like, what is this? What is this? But anyway, it is a nice color. Oh gosh, I almost flipped that to the wrong side of my chain. And it is gonna look really nice. Let me pull it out. I should have pulled this one out already. This is day 4. And so like that's what the progression looks like. So that's gonna look really nice next to each other. That is super pretty. So even though it's plainer than it's been the last few days, I am not disappointed. I think having a more solid but still kind of tonal color is going to look really nice worked in with those other ones. So I'm going to go ahead and pop that back in the box. And that's what we have for Advents for today. Again, I'm curious to see where this all is going because not super impressed so far. Not super impressed. All right, so I think lunch, grocery shopping, and then we got to head into work. I think that's the plan for today. All right, checking in a bit. So I'm working on feeding the sheep, and I opened up the back door to my car, and I'm like, wow, it smells a little weird back here. I wonder what that is. And then I start walking up the pathway. It's not my car. It smells like skunk out here. And we know from a few videos ago that there's a skunk who lives out here, but I can smell him, but I don't see him. Do you guys remember my snake friend as well? He's left something behind. All right, so I got distracted filling out paperwork at my desk, and now I'm running late. But I got another piece of peppermint bark for dinner, so I've got that, and now I'm gonna run and see if I can get to the tree lighting. Whew.
Young in spirit, it is a pleasure to be with you on this very crisp December evening. For those among you who I have not had the pleasure of meeting, my name is James Madison.
And marriage in the same breath as drinking and dancing, and dare call this a holiday?
Mr. Punch! Mr. Punch!
Yeah, that is me!
Where are your manners? Oh, forgive us, dear gentlemen and dear ladies. Me husband has no manners. Pay no attention to him. We are but humble puppets.
In truth, we are actors with puppets, but even if these actors do have a hand in things.
Like the down of a thistle.
But I heard him exclaim, ere he drove out of sight, Happy Christmas to all, and to all a good night!
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
So here is to Cherry and to his red cheek. Break us and our master a good piece of beef, and a good piece of beef that may we all see. With a wassailing bowl we'll drink to thee.
And here is to Darwin and to his right eye. Pray God send